Welcome in 5 minutes with Sean, maybe 10. It's another beautiful week. Here we are in the middle of April, and it's that time of year that I like to kind of dive in and start talking about the concept of the marketing funnel, right? We're starting to open the spring months of sales into the summer months, and I think that the tail of consumer investigation into a car purchase is becoming longer. Given all kinds of different factors. One could very well be price. Obviously, if things in this country continue on the trajectory they're on with tariffs and things of that nature, that will rise the price of new cars, which will then put back that pinch and difficulty within the used car market that really hasn't softened, but at least has sort of dissipated in a slight way. It brought a couple more cars to market with new cars getting back out there, etc. So we do know that the opportunity does exist for us to have that lightning in the load, but it could also be a lot heavier on the used car market if these current things continue in that direction, putting the pressure in the immediate future. Whether that looks like 2 years from now, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to say that if those pressures exist now, with the way things are set up, that making new cars will become more expensive. It's just a math equation. Now, it's not for all new cars, but there's a good percentage of them that will have a reliance elsewhere. So, as we look forward into this, you look at marketing. A lot of people want to talk about marketing as sort of this just like, go do it. And frankly, there's a lot more to it than go do it. You need to have a strategy and a plan, and one that is heard throughout your channels and in the same messaging, in the same vein. I was recently on a call with a young marketing director who was adamant about ROI. How much product did we move based on this? That's all I want to know. Okay. Well, that isn't how marketing typically works. Again, there are those viral opportunities and moments that pop up and people cash in and all those things, but most people aren't even ready to go viral. So let's not even talk about that. But let's look at marketing a touch more holistically, especially today, with as many places as people are that they consume information. Whatever social app that is, Google, any of the streaming services, like just keep adding the list up. So what I've always believed in is being as well-rounded and in as many of those channels and mediums as possible without overcommitting to any one of them. I understand that marketing is a funnel. I do. I think a ton of attention is paid to the bottom 5% of the funnel because everyone's worried about the sale. What doesn't end up happening is the sort of nourishment to the middle and high funnel, which is why marketing is a process that takes time. It takes time to generate specific behaviors that you're looking for. So, for instance, we're working with a client who wants to be an authority on EVs. Partly it was my idea because I think a lot of people struggle for identities in automotive. And this particular client was like, look, I got a ton of inventory. Why don't we take your idea and let's go for it? And the idea is based around this, right? It's based on the idea of utilizing every single channel to display, communicate the exact same message. And then it was also a way to involve education because not enough people understand how fucking crucial education is to the sales process. Okay. We were recently in the room of a conversation, about sales training way outside of our industry, our living industry. We're participants in this other industry, but way outside of what we do for a living. And it was admitted that this other brand of human didn't really understand sales training. And it became frustrating on my half because I didn't obviously communicate enough about, to me, sales is sales. And retail sales, whether it's selling cars, selling suits, selling Cutco fucking knives, people, it's all retail sales. It's all consumer related sales. The process to me doesn't change. Marketing is the exact same way. And I see it because I'm involved in the cannabis business in the background. I see it in the cannabis industry, and it's crazy to me how people go about it, because they got their own problems car businesses got. Same ones, dude. Same ones. They got their auto traders and cars.com. They just call them weed things. Okay. They all have brick and mortar stores trying to make rent, trying to get customers, trying to retain customers. It's all the fucking same. It's all the same. Which means marketing is all the same as far as what works long term, and what works in my experience, and I'm only going on 25 years of it, is the experience of watching marketing messages that are consistent, that come with purpose, but it takes so long. Most people do not have the patience to get involved in a process as long as what I'm talking, 6, 9, 12, 18 fucking months. Commitment. See the fruits of one's labor. That's it. This isn't about 3 months from now, 4 months. No, man. No. In order to become an authority on something, takes time. Conditioning. That's the truth of it. But marketing is also a situation where it lags behind result, in my opinion. So you put out the marketing message, and it comes and it comes and it comes and it comes and it comes. And then it starts to fall out. The timing of that doesn't always matter. So when I look at data, if I see that a client had really strong data, let's say in the month of March, but that they're telling me sales picked up at the end of March, my assumption to them is, well, okay, then in April, this should all start catching. If you start to catch fire at the end of the month, then you should carry that over. Now, conversely, right now in the industry, the phone calls that I had and text messages that I had with clients from the 1st to the 15th of March were boom, 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 baby, on fire. Everything is clicking, all cylinders a go. The text I received from the 16th to the 31st spoke a almost complete opposite message. Consumers, people, don't ever forget that. Consumers drive this whole fucking bus. And if they become concerned, or they hear words like recession, or they hear things wherever they hear things that make them nervous, tighten the purse strings. And I watch it happen across all brands, really, except for luxury. Just speaks to our class system, but it doesn't matter. The point is that it affects most people. Consumers are the ones responsible, but they're also the ones that are marketed to. And so if we market them in a way where we educate them, we bring them into our funnel. You know how cheap it is to get eyeballs at the very top of the funnel? That's acquisition, as far as I'm concerned. If I acquire you at the top of the funnel, now I need to massage it down to the bottom of the funnel in time. In time. Because most of what happens in the research phase of customers is that's exactly that, researching cars. But if you're there to be the car research person, then when they think about going to a dealership, the kind of decisions already in front of them. Will they make it? No guarantees. But if we follow it up with our paid message, our OTT message, and we reinforce it through SEO, okay. Now we got some shit going on. And that's what's important, is taking time to develop a strategy and a message. Stand by it. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, or you can't try something, or that one vendor is the answer over the other, and without them you will not exist. It is frankly not true. So don't believe that shit. All right? But take time with your marketing. And understand that your marketing managers, your whatever title you've given them, but they still take care of your marketing. All the other shit that they do, marketing isn't just slapping things up. It takes mad consistency. It takes mad support, mad communication, and above all else, someone to inspect and strategize alongside. Rarely can folks pull this shit off alone. I don't care what business you're in. Marketers need support. That's what we should be out here doing. All right? Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. I really, really appreciate it. Go out, have yourselves a wonderful week. I believe it's Easter this Sunday. I will be otherwise doing something else on Sunday, but you all enjoy however it is that you spend your Sunday, and we'll see you again next week. Thanks a lot.